Next up was a fight that we were both high on and that Mike called to a T, and oh man, do I wish this fight was available when we gave the initial bet on this fight card, because we would have been huge on it, especially at the number. We both did bet him, but we didn't want to have to count it for the show, considering we didn't give you guys ample time to get that number. But Drew Dober at close was minus 165, but at the time we talked about it, he was a minus 110 favorite against Alexander Hernandez, who was plus 100 by fight time, plus 145. Still, that minus 165 was a great number. Dober got a vicious second round TKO, and the dude looked phenomenal. He's really coming along. He is hitting his prime utterly. When he first came to the UFC, I didn't think too highly of him. I thought he was an adequate fighter, an adequate lightweight, but he has just gotten so good. Mike, I want to throw it to you because I was confident Dober would win, but I don't think I had it even as close as you did. You basically called this verbatim, and Dober smashed. So, by all means.
Yeah, man, this is one of those times where I just saw it so clearly. Drew Dober, he was just way too athletic, way too determined, has way too big of a mental game for someone like Alexander Hernandez to do anything to him. I knew it in every sense of the way. I was so upset that we couldn't give that pick out as a legit bet on the podcast, because the Vegas waited so long to give us odds on it, probably by design, so we didn't rape them. But we would have max betted that so easily, and I did personally myself, but I mean, it didn't count for the show. We even gave the pick out on the Wednesday that I think it aired. I think our show came out Wednesday morning, and then we gave the picks for you guys, and then that night was the Drew Dober fight, I believe. But either way, man, Drew Dober is getting so good. It's funny. I usually have a really good eye for talent coming up, and when I miss the rare ones, like Justin Gaethje, I was a big hater of him over in PFL or wherever he was fighting, and I just didn't think he was the real deal. And then he started impressing me more and more and more, and then I switched to liking him and believing in him. And so that's what happened with Drew Dober. I thought he was just some dorky, young, a talented just dork, man. But he's so much more than that, man. He's super coachable. Like I said in the last podcast, he doesn't do drugs. He's not out at nightclubs every night. He's not hanging with the wrong crowd. He's super, super determined. That type of professionalism will get you a long ways. And I was just so stoked to watch him whoop this kid's ass, because I felt that he was going to showcase his skills, and he did.
Oh, dude, he blew me away. Like, I was confident he would get the win here. I thought it was just going to be a clear decision, and man, he brought it. And yeah, you were right. We had it on the show, gave it out as an unofficial bet, which, man, that stings, because we were kind of limited into who we could bet on going into that. Like you said, with so many few cards out, they just put so much energy into 249 and the majority of the ESPN 8 card that we'll get to, that like, I don't think a full odds released until that Monday or Tuesday before the fights, which is just ridiculous to me. But if all is fair, we're not counting it for the show. If you like this clip, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you. Let's roll.